No, we don't have Dolly Parton in studio today, but we do have a much more celebrated actress than Dolly Parton. Did she win something for 9 to 5?
I think maybe.
Maybe the soundtrack.
I loved that movie.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Kelly Huff is with us, George Hempel III, and Charles Winslet. Did I get that right, Charles?
Yes.
Okay. I just need you closer to the mics if I could, please. I appreciate it very much.
You can sit on my lap, Charles. It's okay.
By the way, you are also on video today.
Oh, in that case, maybe you can't sit on my lap.
We're not just theater of the mind today. Where actually people can see.
Theater of the studio.
Oh, well, in that
People
case,
can
I'll
see.
get
But
my hair
they
done
do
now.
the smart thing. And of course, I have the face for radio, so my face is not. That's the smart thing. No, we appreciate that very much. John Anderson is doing the production work. for lack of a better term. Paradise Center for the Arts is a night of one acts coming up, and that's what we're going to talk about today with Charles, Kelly, and George. Well, it sounds like a.
We are quite the
We
group.
are. Yeah.
So this is a night of one act. Tells me it's more than one act.
Yes, there are 3 of them.
And you are each in one of
No,
the 3.
actually, we are all in the final show that will be played, and it's called It's Not You, It's Me. Members of the other one could not be here today.
Oh, okay.
So sorry.
That's quite all right. So who wants to do the honors? Charles, you want to do the honors as to what the 3 one acts are?
I'll do
I
it.
could-
I'm the director,
Yeah,
so I
thank you,
suppose they'll
thank you.
defer to me.
You're directing all 3 one
No, actually, I'm directing just the final one act. It's called It's Not You, It's Me. The other 2, this is a play, is directed by Brock Lammers. And Man and God Having a Few Beers, Talking Things Over, directed by Jim Cole.
Who plays God?
Jim Cole.
Wow.
He's directing and acting in the show. It's a very short one act, and it's exactly what you think. It's 3 members of 3 cast members, and God and a man in a bar meet. They meet in a bar and talk about life, and so that'll be very interesting. I'm excited to see that one. I haven't seen it yet, so
This is kind of like The Angel and It's a Wonderful Life.
something like that. Yes,
Something.
yes, very much so. I think. Yes.
You're talking in a bar.
Yeah. Right. Right. God having a beer. That's an interesting concept to me. But
Well,
anyways.
You do know that in heaven there is no
No beer. Yes, I do know that from that song.
And that would be why God was here at a bar.
Yeah.
Just
Well,
And-
it gives the reason.
That might very well be.
The other show is about actors being themselves in a play. So it's a play within a play.
That sounds interesting.
Yes, actually the script is pretty funny.
It is.
We saw that. A couple of these guys read for it. So.
Yeah, I read for it. It's basically the inner monologue of what's going on in an actor's head while he's on stage performing a show. It's actually, I think that was going to be really funny.
Yeah,
I do.
hilarious. They're all 3 funny. I think.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
And then
yes.
our show is about relationships and breakups and about what the strange lengths that people will go to actually break up with you. The things they'll say to you, they'll do, the way it makes you feel. It's a bunch of small, short scenes that kind of are all linked together in one way or another, and in the end, it all comes full circle. So I'm not going to give the ending away because it's good.
No, but I have heard that line before. It's not you, it's me.
Yes, haven't we all?
So,
And-
Yes. Yeah.
so I mean, almost everybody can relate
Exactly.
to that one.
Exactly. Yeah, that's the point of it.
Some Colombo Theater in studio today. A night of one acts is being performed this weekend and next weekend at the Paradise Center for the Arts. We get some particular details about specifically when those dates are momentarily. But before I go any further,
That was pretty good.
I need to pass along some information about Ryan Heinrichs. He's the executive director of the Paradise. He's been on the show many times
Yes.
over the last few years, and I was saddened to see that he has given his letter of resignation to the Paradise Center for the Arts Board of Directors. His scheduled last day will be April 6th. He has accepted a position as Corporate Relations and Sponsorship Manager at the Ordway Center for the Performing Arts in St. Paul. So we're definitely going to miss Ryan. I'm sure I'll have a chance to converse with him before April 6th.
I hope so.
But
Yeah, he's done a lot of really good things for the Paradise, and So we are gonna miss him, that's for sure.
Yeah, kind of a bummer.
But good
there.
luck to him. I mean, what a
Well,
great
yeah.
opportunity for him.
Get
So
a chance to better yourself, why not? Well, what am I
Absolutely.
saying? Paradise. Or am
you can't
I-
get much better than Paradise, can you?
No, no.
It's my home away from work. Does that make sense?
Although God's coming from paradise to have a beer.
At the Paradise.
At the Paradise. Yeah.
He's coming from paradise to paradise to have a beer.
Can you blame him?
One
Didn't
of
you
your-
say there was no beer in heaven?
in one of your productions. So you want to give me some specific information about dates and costs and all that fun stuff?
Yeah, absolutely. We start this Friday, so it's Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, the 27th, 28th, and the 1st. The 1st is at 2 p.m., the Friday and Saturday at 7:30 p.m. And then also the following weekend, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, so that's March 5th, 6th, and 7th at 7:30 p.m. Members are $14, non-members $15, and students are $10. The box office is open Tuesday through Saturday, noon to 5, except for Thursday is open until 8, and you can call 332-7372 or go to paradisecenterforthearts.org to get more information on tickets, and we hope to see everyone there. We're
Well,
excited.
that sounds much better than had I given that.
Well, thank you.
You did a very good job.
Thank you.
Kelly Huff is with us, Charles Winslet, and George Hempel III. For those who are viewing, we should probably let you know who Charles and who Kelly. I mean, who?
I'm
Well,
Charles.
we know Kelly. You're not Charles.
That's Charles.
No, no.
I'm Kelly, this is George, and that is Charles.
Yeah.
You had to pause on my name.
No, I was, never mind.
Oh
It's
boy.
okay. It's okay.
Hey, be nice to your director.
This is your first directing job, you were saying.
Correct, yeah.
How's the experience been? Forget these guys are even sitting.
Is,
Yes.
Um,
How was it?
see what I have to put up with. No, it has been a wonderful experience. It's also been very scary. Hello. Very scary, and because I want to do a good job for the community. I want to do a good job for these guys because they deserve that. They're volunteering their time to be here with us, evenings, weekends.
Wait, we're not getting paid? Oh, I'm out of here.
I forgot to put that in contract. Anyways, and so, I want to be good for them, and I want to bring to life these characters, and I want to give them an outlet in order to do that in a fun and, exciting way, and develop those characters, and they've done a really good job. It's not really about me, it's about them as the actors on stage, so.
So how do you think then forget she's sitting there. How's the rookie done?
Very well. I mean, she's very sensitive. Not as far as, crying every night. I mean, she's sensitive to and open to what do we think? How do we think this character should be portrayed on the stage? I really couldn't tell that this was her first time.
Aw.
I really didn't know it until she told me. But that kind of made me and us, I'm assuming us,
I don't know.
give
who are you
it
talking to?
give it more than 100% because
Aw.
I mean, she's a really good director. I mean, she's done very well. I mean, I think it's going to be a hit.
Frankly, I do better because I'm afraid she's going to sick her husband on me. and he seems like he's a good man. I can see her while I'm on stage going, get him. Now, get him.
For those of you that don't know, Palmer Huff is my husband, and he is an accomplished director at the Paradise and elsewhere, and sometimes his reputation precedes him, but he's a really good director as well. So George has always got to give me a hard time.
Kelly
being
has
married
done
to
very
him.
well, honestly. She's probably been one of the best directors I've ever had,
Oh.
including her husband, who was more of a drill instructor than anything. And I hope he's listening.
He is, and so 7.5 years in the military will do that to a person.
But he's in the play too. He's in the
Yes.
play.
He is,
Yes,
he is
he
with
is.
us.
Now that is kind of interesting that you are directing your husband, who's done a lot
director?
more directing than you.
But that's been I guess at times it's been difficult because I could see him biting his lip like, I want to say something, I want to do this. I
Talk more
wanna,
about that. I want to
No.
hear what you guys.
But then on other ways it's been really good because I've been able to bounce things off of him. He's got that experience. He's been there to, guide me and steer me in directions that I might not have been able to see. So it's kind of been a double-edged sword, but I'll take it. It was worth it.
Are you enjoying this? Are you gonna do this again, you think?
We'll see how it goes. No, I guess it depends on if the Paradise asks me to do it or if there's another show I'm interested in doing it for. But it also is I want to see how they feel about my work, because if I'm not up to standard, then, I want us to be the best local theater we can, and so it's all going to depend, I guess. But I'm hoping to, yes.
Charles, tell me about your character in It's Not You, It's Me.
Well, actually, I play Mark, Luke, and John. It's kind of like three biblical guys.
But they're not.
What my favorite character is probably the one that plays the hippie. I mean, I can't remember.
I don't
What's
know
his
what
name?
that is either. we don't actually use the names in the show except for one scene with me, so
They're
we
just
don't
assigned
actually know
names in
what
the
our names
script.
are.
They're assigned names in the script, but honestly, we don't really refer to their names very much, so
Sure.
they haven't really locked onto that. In other characters, if you're in Annie or something and you're Annie, you're Annie.
Right.
But in this sort of genre, you don't necessarily have to lock onto their names. You just have to lock on who they are as a character, and that's what they've done, and they've done a great job. So one of his favorites, as he was saying, is the man who pretends to be a hippie, and that's his excuse for breaking up with the girl. So Charles, tell him a little more about that.
Well, I grew up in the '70s, so that kind of meant a lot for me to be able to play the hippie part. I can totally get into that character.
Should you have to put on a wig or something?
Well, no, not for this one, but I have bell-bottom pants.
Oh,
I
yeah.
have the
Silk suit.
The poncho sort of top.
kind of like a poncho's top with
Puka
strings
shell
hanging
necklace.
off of it.
Right.
Yeah.
So we need a puka shell
And
necklace.
I have
I've got
I
it.
have like a
It looks like a Fat Albert hat.
Fat Albert
I
hat.
mean,
You
it's
know,
just
I guess it would be
I don't even know.
the guy. I think his name was Mushmouth.
Yeah, Mushmouth's hat.
The one that
Yeah.
had the big blue hat on, and I have that hat. And I'm just really like peace, love, and let me get out of this relationship type thing going. It's really it's fun.
He has fun with that one, you can tell. You can see it when he's on stage that he really enjoys
yeah.
You're digging the threads.
I'm digging it, man.
it.
You're pretty groovy, weren't
It's far out.
And tell us a bit about your character there, George.
I also play three different characters, Jacob, Todd, and Sam. My favorite character I can't really tell you about because it's a really, really, really short scene. And it would give away way too much.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's fine.
But my second favorite character, which is really not even close to typecasting, I play a sports fanatic,
And it's
which
not.
I am clearly not at all. And I have a
That's
good
why
time
they
with
call
them.
it acting. No.
But it's fun for me to channel a conversation that I would actually have with my wife in reverse, where she's yelling at me or I'm yelling at her to turn off the sports center or whatever sports thing she's watching to pay attention to me.
So she's a sports fanatic.
She's a sports fanatic and I'm a nerd, and for lack of a better term, I should say.
There's nothing wrong with that.
No.
No. My husband's kind of that way too.
My wife finds it hilarious that I'm the sports fanatic in this one. I actually know very little about sports.
So do you want to tell me about? Yeah, you can't tell me about those.
I can't tell you about my favorites.
But the other character.
The other character, I'm actually getting broken up with by a pathological liar.
Again,
And
the
let me
weird
tell you,
things
that
that
is
people will do
funny.
to break up with you.
Apparently, I'm really gullible too, because I actually believe that her dog had talked at one point, and
But again, is she really a liar, or is that a lie?
I don't know.
And the dog told her she was barking up the wrong tree.
Apparently, yeah. I would say the dog was telling her she was barking up the wrong tree with me.
That was really bad.
We have got to channel that. I never thought of that. Okay.
I'm stealing that line.
Again, yes. Again, learning as a director. Where could we go with this?
Yes. Charles, tell me about your other characters.
Well, wow.
He's
Well,
at a
I'm
loss
sitting
for
there loving
words.
the conversation over there. Well, actually, now I have to go back within myself and think about my characters. Let's see.
The one with Steph. He's just your
Oh.
puppy dog for her. Just a
Oh, right. I'm
puppy
just
dog
like,
for her.
I'm like an ice cream cone in like 100-degree weather. I'm just melting all over her, and she doesn't want to have anything to do with me. But I'm saying, oh, it's okay. We'll get through this. But I just don't get it that she doesn't want to have anything to do with me.
I know, who wouldn't?
Oblivious. And I don't really know any guys in my circle that are oblivious to their relationship like that. So it's kind of a funny. It's funny for me because of the way I get into that character, and I have to be this person that's somewhat of an airhead.
And
Oblivious is the
Right.
word.
his
Right.
facial expressions
Those
through the
are
whole scene are well
priceless.
worth it. You can turn off the audio on it and just watch his facial expressions.
Right. I mean, my facial expressions aren't sad or downtrodden. I'm like, oh, really? We can work through this.
No matter what silly things you
I
tell
still
them.
love you no matter what, even though you want to dump me right now.
It would be cool to have a camera right on his face and have
Right.
it so people could see up close. I mean, the Paradise is great seats. No matter where you sit, you
Right.
can see the stage so well because it's such a uplifted stage in height wise. But it would be so awesome to just have a camera zoomed on him. They wouldn't stop laughing because he's just
Well,
his
it's
facial
not-
expressions are hilarious.
It's not just me. I mean, I think I would say maybe 30 to 40% of it is our facial expression. I mean,
Yes.
when the other person is talking, how we're interacting with them with our facial expression, body movement. I think that's what makes it funny too.
Yeah, the lines are great. It's a really
Yeah.
well written
Yeah.
short play, but if you don't have the people using the subtleties that you have in comedy, your facial expression, your body movement, your reaction to something, or physical comedy of some point, then it's lost. Then it's not as funny. And so we're trying to get to that point where we're just almost a little bit over the top to just really hit
Right,
home that
right,
funniness. And
right.
so we're going to keep working on that this week and be ready for opening night.
All right, Charles Winslet, George Hempel III, and Kelly Huff in studio today on AM Minnesota. You can grab your tickets, $14 for members, $10 for students, $15 for non-members. Other incentive to become a member of the Paradise. Save some money. Tickets available at the box office, which is at 321 Central Avenue in downtown Faribault. The phone number is 332-7372. You can always check out their terrific website, ParadiseCenterForTheArts.org. ParadiseCenterForTheArts.org. Every time I say that, I think about my grandfather and what he would think by me saying .org. Or like, seriously.
What's a .com?
Lord.
Right? Yeah.
What's a .org? I mean, seriously. But anyway, they're in studio today to talk all about a night of one acts. Who came up with this idea to do just a few one acts? Like,
Well, a few years ago we did this before, and it was pretty successful. It gives us an opportunity to bring in new talent. Both of these guys have acted before, although Charles, it's been quite a while, so we're so happy that I could bring him back to the stage. The draw, I think, sometimes for new people is they're shorter. They're not the commitment of a large show.
right.
And so they can sort of get their feet wet, see if it's something that they would like to do, and it's a chance to build up to the commitment of a big show and know that, yes, I'm willing to make that commitment, or no, this is too much. So it's a really good opportunity for new people. And we have, I think we don't have as many new people as I was hoping, but we've got such a variety of people. So that was the other draw too, is you can enlist more actors because, again, less commitment for them personally. Last time it was one director, and I'm sure you could figure out who that was. He lives in my house too. Did all three shows, or excuse me, there was 2 shows. He did 2 shows. But this time they decided to give us, like myself and Brock Lammers, who's directing It's a Play. We're both new directors, although he was the musical director for Rocky Horror. But this is his first artistic direction at the Paradise, and so it gave us an opportunity to get our feet wet as well. And so I'm thankful to the Paradise Committee for that.
So how long has it been, Charles,
Oh,
since you've been on the stage?
it's been,
Was it our
7.
one act last year?
excuse me, it's been
Was it the one act before? Or did you do a
the
show?
one act that I did with Palmer as the director,
Mhm.
I can't remember how long ago that was. It's been like 6-7 years ago.
Okay.
Yes, 5 or more years.
Yeah.
He was, last time he was on was in a one act as well, and it was the ones we had before. Bob's Date was the one that he was
Right.
in.
You gonna come back?
I think so. I had gone through. I had a serious medical condition, spinal cord injury that was introduced into my life, and I had to.
You had to step away for a while.
Right, and I'm just trying to make a comeback, and I'm glad Kelly was so kind to think of me and call me, because I put the word out through Palmer, her husband, that I was interested, but I wanted to have a small part, and this was perfect. I mean, my focus isn't quite there like it used to be, so this was perfect. It was a challenge for me, but
He's done really
I'm
well,
back.
and I'm
I'm
glad
back
that he's
right
back.
now. I'm back right now, and
Hope to see him
yeah,
again, right?
Right. It's been a blast.
Look, it's in your blood, doesn't it?
Oh
With the-
yeah, definitely. It's definitely.
It does,
Yes.
yeah. I think between my husband and I, we're on over 3 years straight of one or the other or both of us working between Paradise and LTO in Owatonna.
Wow.
Right.
3 years straight. So, but it's okay. It's what we do. You know, other people have golfed or they have, you know, what they volunteer at SAFE or whatever it is. And this is our way to give back to the community and do something we love to do.
Do you have a favorite part that you've played in the past, George?
Ah, God. I like them all, really. Honestly, this is the first non-musical I've ever done, so
I'm glad I could do that. for you.
this is kind of new for me. I'm kind of liking this. Honestly, I actually did Joseph for 2 years when I lived in New York, and I like that. I wasn't actually Joseph, but I was the understudy for Joseph. I played the elder brother there. I love that. I love doing, even though I wasn't the main part in the Rocky Horror Show this last time. I love my character. They
He was great.
they gave me a lot of leeway to do pretty much what I wanted in the background, as long as I didn't go over the top and distract from everything.
Frankenfurter.
Frankenfurter.
Yeah, I was the stage manager for that. He did a great job in that show. So.
And you were a very good stage manager. As much as I tried to mess
Boy,
you
the
up.
compliments are flowing today, aren't they?
As much as I tried to mess you up by moving things around randomly.
Which drives me crazy.
Do you want to touch on the other productions, the other plays? The other two
Yeah,
plays?
yep.
Give us a little bit of a
Here you go.
storyline.
Yeah, absolutely. So one is called This Is a Play. It's directed by Brock Lammers. And again, that one is sort of the inner dialogue that actors go through when they're actually on stage portraying a character. So it's kind of bounced back and forth between them being the actor and them being the character. So, but it sounds really great. And I've seen a little bit of their rehearsals, and it's going to be funny. And then the other show, which we were talking about, I think off air, is called Man and God, Having a Few Beers, Talking Things Over. And that one is directed by Jim Cole from Owatonna. And he, too, is one of the best directors around and one of the best comedic actors in the area that you will find. So we at the Paradise are so fortunate to have him be one of our directors for this genre that we're doing, these one acts. So I'm so happy that he's there. And that one is just what it says. It's about a man who meets God at a bar, and the interaction that they have talking about life and the philosophy, or what could we have done, the regrets, the things you look forward to in life, those things. And so that one, but it's funny though. They're all comedies, and that's what ties all three shows together, is that they're comedies. So a really great way to get out the winter blues, get away from it all, get out and enjoy some funny theater. So
Do a lot of laughing.
I'm hoping they will. I'm hoping so, yeah.
In the productions are this Friday and Saturday night at 7:30. There is a Sunday afternoon matinee at 2. Just the one matinee, right?
One matinee this weekend, and then next weekend is Thursday, Friday, Saturday, all at 7:30.
So make sure you take it in, folks. A night of one acts at the Paradise Center for the Arts. Tickets again are $14 for members, $15 for non-members, $10 for students. Box office open noon until 5 through Saturday until 8 o'clock on Thursday night. And the box office phone number is 332-7372, 332-7372, area code 507, of course, those of you listening up in the metro area. And ParadiseCenterForTheArts.org is the website. .org. ParadiseCenterForTheArts.org. Thanks for coming in.
Thank
Thank
you for
you.
having
Thank
us.
you
It's
for
been
having
great. I hope everybody comes out
Yeah, make
Oh,
sure you
yeah.
guys break a leg now.
in theory.
I don't want to break a leg, do you?
George, don't you
Oh,
know
that's
that?
right. That's the good luck.
Action
Yeah.
State edition of Bay of Minnesota on
Thank
KDHOM, Faribault, Minnesota.